What up, YouTube? I have a pimple on my head and it hurts like hell. Ow. Frick. Anyway, so what's up, YouTube? It's Flaherty here. I'm gonna do 2 animes, relatively short, because my mom has my chargers, the wire charger, the wire that connects to my charger, which is actually to my laptop. And my laptop is not working for some reason, and it's not like turning on. No, I have a laptop here, but it's, again, not mine. It's my sister's. I love my sister for letting me borrow it. But it's not turning itself on for some reason, and I do like the 21-second thing and hold and restart it. It's not working even after I do that. So my mom's taking it out for my dad to take a look at. I do have my nails done. My toenails also done. I got a pedicure. So ignore this big red spot on my face. And, of course, here. Ain't that joy? Okay, so since recording kind of drains my battery fast. Hiccups. I'm going to do one that I really do know. And that would be... Give me a minute, I have to find it. Yesterday also, I got to watch Slayers again on here. It's sad there's only so many shows that are English dubbed on here. Pooey. Okay, so my other favorite one that I loved to watch the constant most would be the TV series of Excel Saga. So hopefully it's the same. Okay, there it goes. Excel Saga is a random show. Weird stuff happens, but it's 26 episodes long, and well, the TV series is 26 episodes long, plus an extra 24 minutes, I think probably due to the first episode, if I'm right. And it's by J.C. Staff. It's been out since, it was started in 1999, and it ended, like, broadcasting new episodes around in the 2000s. And it's ranked around, like, number 1,844. Now, again, I don't know if these changed a lot, so I am not accurate here. And it's ranked at around 4.5 stars, if I'm correct. 4.25, it looks like to me. But okay, so, and I've watched this series 10 times at least because it's just so damn funny. English is also English dubbed and subbed. It's just basically like a lot of random stuff. You know, like Puni Puni Poemi, and Fulikuli, mesh this together, you kind of will get Excel Saga. It's just freaking hilarious. It's just a bunch of random stuff. Okay, but anyway, so the story, this anime takes place in F City, Prefecture, and it's a battleground where good and evil, like, finally decided to, once and for all, decide who will rule the world. Or at least that's, like, the supposed general idea. But neither side seems like to really up for the task as to surviving the brutality of everyday life is, let's just admit, enough of a chore. Now, on the side of evil is an organization of Across. Its only member and the loudmouth and abrasive chick, Excel. She's a chick who struggles just to put food in her stomach. And on the side of good, there are 3 disenfranchised, unemployed bachelors whose only pursuit in life is romance. Add in aliens, invasions, jungle warfare, and Mexican immigrant laborers to Japan, and this war doesn't seem likely to be ending anytime soon. This is a parody and a comedy. I ranked it out of 5 out of 5 stars, because it's just freaking hilarious. It just is. It's random funniness, especially if you listen to the English dub version. Oh my god, the girl who played Excel is hilariously funny. She did a really good job. So let's start reading the people's responses to this series. So give me a moment. mainly reason why I also love this anime is because freaking its opening song. I loved its opening song. It's mainly big reason there. This person made a long comment here, and there's a lot of pictures. So we'll do like at least people who gave it at least a. Okay, well, this person had a long good story for 9. I'll first read the 7s, and then I'll read a 9. Well, let's just do 1 because I don't want my phone to die. So I get 58 freaking percent. So yay! And if I don't get done with this to the second episode, I apologize. It's just because my phone hasn't charged long enough to freaking record for a second time. So cross my fingers, hopefully it will. But let's start with the person who gave it freaking 9, or I can't find. Okay. So okay. Who was the producer of this show? I remember. I'll post in the description below who is the director. Because, I didn't look it up. Okay, so the person who said gave it a 9 out of 10, which I think it deserved, was our Bastid, and this is like last year. So they get the story a 10 out of 10. I would agree, kinda, at least 9 or 10. 9, 8 or 10. 8, 9 or 10. You would, if you saw most of the reviews, you would obviously get the feeling the story is confusing. It is, which at times it will be, but I don't really see it. It's manic, random. Confusing, yes, but confusing it isn't. Random confusing, but confusing it isn't. Each episode, in a way, is like signed off by the original creator, who is the original creator, and it's also a manga. Koshi Rikdo, I think. This guy is either at the end of the episode, he's either generally under the threat or torture to resemble a specific anime type, which with some episodes going as far as like using plot lines from Fist of the North Star and catchphrases from Trigun, which is another anime I love. And now within the show, there are 3 main plot lines which intersect with each other and eventually will combine to conclude the story. And there are also, I think, a few subplots that aren't actually used as frequently, but they do hold significance in this whole show. Now, the story, Excel's story follows Excel, which is actually her name, Excel, and her last name, Excel. As she does, like, the bidding of her lord, Il Palazzo, which I couple these two. Again, this is a spoiler, so, ha. And his Il Palazzo's secret organization, named Across. That's the evil side. She's supposed to first conquer F City, so that they can perfect their plans for world domination. But being as she lacks any brain cells, she often fails at her tasks. Now, shortly after the start of the series, she is partnered up with Hyatt. Hyatt, who's constantly dying, does little to help in the world domination. The final member of Excel's story is Menchi, and it's adorable puppy that Excel adopts in order to use as backup food supply. Weird, I know. Now, another story is Pedro's storyline, which starts just as early as Excel's. He's a poor immigrant worker from Colombia, and his life is thrown into disarray when Excel's stupidity gets him killed. He must now try and regain his human form in order to rescue his sexy wife and son, Sandora, from his former friend, Gomez, which eventually leads to a fight for the fate of the world. And the final story plot has to do with the 3 roommates who live next door to Excel and Hyatt. And in an attempt to impress Hyatt, one roommate, what was his name? Watanabe, I think, applies to be a government worker. And during the interview, he sees both his roommates have also joined him and continue to be a pain in his side, or a thorn in his side. I'm sorry, I get those mixed up. Anywhere he goes. And along with their fourth co-worker, Matsuya, and I think 2 robots, these 6 are trained to become the mighty municipal, I can't say it right, Force Daizen. I'll just call them MFD. And now, with the head of the city security, Kapapu, I think that's how I say it, Kapapu, I'll just say it like that, as their leader, they go about doing what public employees are always meant to do: protect citizens, which in reality means they kill them by the bucketload. And now, the subplot, it mainly centers around the director of the series, who's an Afro man dressed like Lupin III. Nebeshin, I think, yeah. And Nebeshin's duty is to find Pedro, yeah, and teach him to be one of the 6 great Afro warriors, who are the only ones who can defeat the Across 6, made up of different versions of the man. Now, for majority of the series, Nebeshin gets very little screen time, and many of the other characters from his plot, such as Space Butler and Tetsuko, are basically added to give you the idea Nebeshin had a secret past as a trained assassin or a mercenary. I think he's also in Puni Puni Poemi. I can't remember. Possibly. And now in the final episodes, the series strays from being a comedy and becomes a very good, serious anime. You would almost feel like if they wanted to, they could have just made the whole series serious, and it probably would have worked out. Now at this time, the plots all emerge in an all-out battle between Across and the city security force, both in Japan and unknowingly in Colombia. So that's basically the storyline, which is also, again, like I said, confusing. Hopefully, please, battery, please don't die on me. Okay, animation-wise, now the animation in Excel is nothing to write home about at all, but then again, is nothing to complain. The episodes, there are tons of actions or very detailed scenes that are very good, I guess, any other anime of the time, and throughout the episodes, the characters and the backgrounds are consistent. Whereas in many other animes, you can tell there was a change in art, in the art director, and some episodes during the time. And some of the best animations, albeit crudest, is used for Excel and Menchie's freakouts. It's very jagged and simplistic, but that's used to convert the mindset at the time for both characters, Excel's madness and Menchie's fear of being eaten. In the final, I think, few episodes, there is a slight change of animation for Excel to match her now sullen personality, and then a third look for her time wandering about brainlessly. Both match up pretty well with the tone for episode 22 to 25 series finale, and the episode 26 stands alone. Now the sounds. I actually liked everything about the sound in Excel Saga, and the only thing keeping it from receiving a perfect score is the lack of more. I think the voice acting in the English version, again, like I said, is far better than that of the Japanese one. The characters' voices are acted brilliantly and match perfectly with the character they portraying, while the original series seems a bit too, not boring, but plain. As if it's acted without actually knowing what the characters are like. Of course, the shiny star is XL, whose voice is grating and hyper. It's like it has to have a hyper delivery work. It's perfect for the maniac character. I'm leaving my drink over there. The music, while having only 3 memorable songs, is very entertaining. Not often, in a way, I actually sit through the opening sequence of any show, more than once. Trigun and, sometimes the Hawaii Five-0 theme. Sorry. But I found myself that time and time again watching the entire opening, which is all the more shocking. Um, um, it's I would play the theme like up towards of like 35 to 40 plus times over like the course of a day. I actually downloaded the song on my phone one time. I need to get it back because I like it so much. I actually have it on my phone right now. And along with the opening and adorable like Menchie sung at the closing is Pedro's theme. Every time Pedro's storyline occurs, and it is like accompanied like by a song that closely resembles like the old blues song House of the Rising Sun, if I'm right. I think I heard it one time. But unfortunately for Pedro, unlike the character in the song, his life wasn't ruined by his own voices, but instead by Excel's. Okay, so characters, 9 out of 10 for me. An anime like Excel Saga greatly like benefits from the fact that you don't have to build complex backstories for each characters, and that each one lives in the present, and that present gives you everything that you'll need to know. Each character in the series is unique from the next, with either their own personality, loves and missions, which is saying a lot with a series that has 17 very prominent characters. Now some characters that were real standouts were our main star, XLXL, whose love of Lord El Palazzo, guides her love for him guides all her choices, and her lack of brain leads to all her blunders. Sumiyoshi, the mute member of the Munifical, I'm going to say MFD, Little Force group, whose character is perfectly conveyed, even with a lack of dialogue. And then Puchu, terrifyingly adorable space creatures, who when hit just become just freaking racist. Bigger than the characters themselves are the interactions between the characters, which I'll just like say silent on due to the fact many were not really revealed till late in the show, and again could possibly spoil the stories. And I can spoil a little bit, but I'm not spoiling everything. And finally, now to give an overall, to end this thing off, Excel Saga is a great comedy anime that could have equally been a good or great series anime. As a comedy, it is laugh out loud funny, with some moments that, although you see coming like from a mile away, will still crack you up. Without the comedy, I could still see a very good anime show about the attempted world takeover and those trying to fight it, about love and betrayal, and about a girl who has no brains trying to live life unsuccessfully. Hell, I'd watch a show about that. I'd watch a show about that and it'd be hilarious. So I'll add, again, like I say, 9 out of 10. So I'm only going to do one review. And like I said, I agree with this person. I took some words there because I agree those were seen throughout the anime. So I hope you like this one. Definitely check out Excel Saga, but mainly English dub. Definitely English dub. And I swear you will be loving and dancing along to the opening theme song I have. I think there's a live action where the actual 2 Japanese singers who sung that song are in the costumes of Hyatt and Excel and are dancing and singing along. It's cute. I watched it so many times. I can't remember the actresses' names, but they're really good. But they're Japanese, so they're not the original English. Yeah. But you will definitely like this anime. It's funny as heck. And in a way, you probably see a battle between Fulikuli and Excel Saga because they have almost the same personality. Anyway, so this is the end of this video. Excuse me. This is Girl Flaherty here. She's on to the next anime.